5:45 p.m. I just wanted to get something transformational down. I have now come up with the name of the PT business that I want to make. I'm not going to say what it is, but I've come up with it, and I think it's good enough, and it's about people doing what they'd want to do. I've got quite a few different things to that I'd be coaching, so I didn't want to make the name very specific, focusing on what people might call a niche. So I decided to not do that and to make it more general on what people will be focusing on every time, regardless of the sort of sessions that we'd be having. So I've come up with a name. I think it looked good on a t-shirt. I think I'd like how it looks. What are the initials of it anyway? And then even now, as I think about it, I could have messages on the back of the t-shirts as well that I could get printed out. I don't know how I'd make custom t-shirts and custom apparel, but I could do that for myself and other people who want to buy it. That's another source of income, let alone outside of just teaching people, because people might really like it. They might really like the clothing. So yeah, but I've got to be careful with that, because people might then want to wear it like it's their business when it's not. But I think it'll be fine. People saying that, some might not. Some would just want to wear it because of what it means to them. Same way with one of the CrossFit gyms I've been to and that I've recorded in the past. I would have no problem wearing their t-shirt, but I wouldn't want to use it and pretend that the business is mine, like I made it. So just because people might pretend that it's their business with my t-shirt, I can't sue them for one, because that's fraud. It's not their business to then pretend that it is. But also, it's not necessarily the case that just because I've thought it, that is what's going to happen. That's not necessarily true. The thought that I've just had come up in my head is I could make a lot of money from this. That's what came up in my head. There definitely is a chance, and I'm giving myself the space, because I'm not focusing on having working on a specific niche to change up what I do, become more specific if I want to focus on sports that or different sorts of exercises that I'd be more interested in, not only doing myself but also coaching. But yeah, there's hope. I think this is going to be a part of how I get out of a state of extreme poverty. I'm already working on financial health without increasing my income, but I want to both increase my income and also become more financially responsible. I want to do both. At the moment, I'm just working towards becoming more financially responsible with what I do have, and then from there I can further work on just improving my financial health overall through increasing my income. Yeah, because right now it's near enough nothing. It's not enough to be able to survive on by myself. If I were say just renting a place by myself, I would not be able to survive on my wage and the benefits I'm currently getting in, that I currently have at the moment. Yeah, but I'm definitely getting there, and I just wanted to get this moment down on camera, because this is transformational. This is big. I'm just letting myself talk at the moment. It's not really much going through in my mind. I feel at peace, honestly. It's a bit cold. It's quite windy, but not too windy. It's fine. So I'll get on the move eventually. But yeah, this is it. This is it. I am really on the path to something big. I don't know what, but something big. I do have a lot of aspirations I'd like to go out my way to achieve before I do pass away. a lot of things that I'd like to do. But I do know that one day my death will come, my date of death will come, and it will pass, just like all things do. And before that date of my death, I'd like to live how I truly want to live. And this would be a part of how I do that, through not only developing my own abilities, because in order to do the business, in order to coach people, I have to know what I'm talking about, I have to know what I'm doing. But I'd also be able to enjoy what I'm doing too. I'm putting myself in a position where I have to know what I'm doing. I can't do this, like all this calisthenic stuff, for example. I can't do it half-hearted. Not anymore. Not if I want what I've got going on to really thrive, and for me to enjoy it like every time, or at least to enjoy it more than I don't. Yeah, but I'll leave it there. There isn't much more to say. If I keep talking, then I might put myself on the verge of a headache. But I think this is the sort of stuff I'd think about overnight too. But for now, I'll leave it there. I'm done. It's probably like 5:52 now. Yeah, 5:52. A lot of stuff's happened. I'll even show you my watch stats. I'm definitely way more fit than I was before. I'm way more physically active. Hold on a second. It won't work. All right. 23,232 steps and 11.115 miles is what it says. It's a lot. And I plan to keep on doing it. Get to around about 30k, 1,192 calories apparently. And I'm gonna do another however many steps. Maybe not get to 30,000, but yeah. I like where things are going. I like where my life's going. And I plan to keep going. Keep on progressing, make my way of life really fun. I'm definitely on the brink of something big, so cheers to making it happen. I said I wanted to create a business. It's got to be, I do have to be careful. I definitely have to be careful, because I mean my freedom's at risk. Things could go to court. Be monetizing my passions, but it's not all what it seems. That's what I've experienced with fitness. It's not all that it seems. That it is fun, it is enjoyable, but in the back of my head, I do think about the fact that there could be court cases involved. There's paperwork involved, contracts involved, because it's business now. It's not just a hobby. So although I'm willing to monetize this passion of mine, I'm not willing to monetize any other things. I want to keep it just fun. But yeah, I'm okay with doing it just this once. I think it's worth doing. Give myself a reason to keep on growing, progressing. That's it. All right, I've spoken enough. I'm done. It's been around 10 minutes. I'll leave it there. Cheers to all this progress I'm going to make through this business. Cheers to learn how to take care of myself legally. I definitely don't want to be, it would be an independent business, but I wouldn't be trying to be independent and doing everything by myself. Definitely not. That just led to more social isolation. That wasn't fun. So this is probably, I'd say, the most dependent I've ever been on people in my life. But starting to become the least dependent I've been on family to survive, and I'm no longer using them as much. My parents in particular, I'm not using them as a crutch anymore as much as I once was. and I plan to just keep on going down that route, because as I keep on going down that route and not relying on my parents as much for certain needs like housing, for example, I get more of what I want. I have more peace of mind, because it's really loud at home almost 24/7. It's not fun. I don't have peace of mind at home. I go back home to a squeaky single mattress. I think it's shit compared to where I was before, staying in what I call the secret location, where I'm currently doing my practical assessments for my personal training course. It's not fun. I don't like it. I want to go back to a large, not squeaking, comfortable double bed. But I haven't done enough to make that happen long term, day in, day out. It will become more normal, not euphoria inducing, but I'd rather that than being in a living situation which I don't want to be in. It's nothing to do with the area, nothing to do with the house layout or the state of the house. It's just too loud and too miserable. I say my parents aren't happy people. My dad's morbidly obese and my mum's overweight. I do have very health-oriented people around me outside of my family, but I don't want that sort of influence in my family around me anymore as much. Not at home. Because it then means it's way easier to live an unhealthy way of life, and I know where I'd end up. It's really dark and it's miserable, and it could lead to dark thoughts. I've been there, done that, and I don't want to ever go back there again. There's no need. But yeah, I'm done talking. I'll leave it there. Cheers, that's what I'll say. Cheers to this journey. Cheers to doing what I'm going to be doing. Cheers to this business. Cheers to making shit happen. Cheers to actually enjoying what I'm doing, and cheers to the people who do business with me, enjoy my services. Cheers to that as well. Cheers to being able to provide honest services for people, and cheers to not putting up a front. Cheers to allowing myself to be me, which I don't do at home, but I would be able to do through this business. And when I live by myself, I wouldn't have to hide me making these videos. I was watching someone on YouTube talk about suppressing things, and that is something I'm doing. I don't want my parents to think they can tell me that I can't make these videos and I have to take the channel down, so I just don't say a word and I hide this. But some people might call it moving in silence. Not really, I do speak quite a bit, but I'll get there eventually. That's what I'll say. And I will suppress this, I will hide this from them permanently. But in terms of suppressing it, hiding it where I live, that genuinely might not be for as long as I think. And in terms of living and cost of living, I think if I inflate my income, that'd help me deal with inflation on the premise I'm responsible. That's where being financially responsible would come in, and not charging people who extortionate prices for one, and two, not charging people who don't want to pay such amounts. I'd have to make an income out somewhere, and it makes sense as to why people would charge like merchandise, like hoodies for like £40 and things like that. Yeah, it makes sense now. People might think it's ridiculous, but you gotta make an income somehow. I'd like to stay somewhat reasonable with the prices relative to what the people who I'd be coaching is earning. And even if that seems like extortionate prices to somebody else, at least to them it wouldn't be. And that's how I'd be able to make an income that would allow me to live a high quality of life. And that would work. It'd be useful for me on the premise I don't live above my means. Cheers to that. Cheers to everything that's going on. I'm gonna give myself a self-high five, but I'm self-up now. It's good. I love me. Thank you, me. Thank you. Thank you, me, for all that I'm doing. Thank you. I might not necessarily have the influences at home to propel this journey, but it's okay because I'm not alone in this journey. I'm not doing it by myself, and I don't have to, and I don't want to either. That's part of where not being independent comes in. Competent, but not independent. I don't want that. I don't want that for as long as I live, because it just leads to social isolation I've experienced from when I was back in uni in the pandemic and all that sort of stuff happening. Couldn't even go to the gym during some periods anyway. That was my experience, but I'll leave it there. I'm done now. I've been slouching quite a bit, my backside. I've just got to take care of myself, and I'll be able to learn how to do that more through the business. A part of personal training is keeping a solid posture, but look at me slouching as I sit down and make this video. It's because I'm not having my back on the wall. It's quite a large, very long bench. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm done now. Cheers to everything that I've done. Cheers to all this progress I've got out of my way to make, and cheers to doing the learning that I need to do to live a high quality of life and not just wasting away and just watching YouTube. I can allow myself to chill out and not be listen to all the negative stuff that I go and just watch the YouTube videos or like the adverts that I've seen recently. I don't want it anymore, and I don't have to. There's another way. I can use the time, my winding down time, to learn and make what I do inside the house and outside the house through coaching, for example, more enjoyable. Cheers to that happening. Right, I'm off now. Cheers to everything I have done to help me live a high quality of life and everything that I will do. Cheers. At least I've started in my teens. Now I can just keep on growing and developing and just allow myself to live and enjoy my life for as long as I live. Even through rough periods, I can have mental, I've had my physical health, and I'd be able to keep my mental health. Even if sometimes it seems like the state would decrease, I could lift it back up if I keep my physical health in prime shape. At least I know that. At least I know that option's there. Cheers to just loving my life. Cheers. Right. Peace. I'm off.